Hello, Seeker. Welcome to your Taurus Taroscope. And welcome to the Existential Shift. Very happy to have you here. Thank you for being a seeker, for subscribing and just being a part of this journey. I'm in constant awe and gratitude. I'm not just saying that to be polite. I mean it. Thank you, Taurus. Or cross watchers or intuitively guided. I'll be working with the Lunda Tarot today. Oh, if you're new, sorry, my name is Morgane. Pleasure. Okay, Taurus. I'm recording this still in the height of the energies of January, so feel free to watch your January read as well. And as I'm focusing on your energy and waiting for the cards, I would like to announce that I have launched a Patreon page. For those of you who are not familiar, it means that you can become a patron for me, for the shift, with a monthly subscription where you get all my Vimeo content. If you follow those regularly, it will be really worth the while for you specifically. And also extra VIP content, like, for example, lunar love readings. So, yeah, check it out. It's in the link below. Okay. What else? Karmic shift and liberation for the new decade to check into your karma. Also below in the description box. A way to book a reading with me. And of course, Tarot Masterclass Bunkai if you want to learn how to become a Tarochi, an existential shifter. I think I've spoken enough. What do the cards have to say for my amazing Taurus for February, please, for this coming month? Whenever you're watching this, if it resonates, great. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Energy does what it does, you know. Sometimes I watch a reading from a year ago and it completely resonates with me now, and then I'll watch something that won't click, and then a few months from then I'll be like, oh my god, and I'll go back to that reading and it completely foresaw the distant future. So find yourself in it. Taurus. Taurus, Taurus, Taurus. People are wondering about you. People are wondering. There's a sense of an unknowing. Two of Swords. It's almost like you're hiding. But I don't think you're hiding. Maybe you're just being perceived as hiding. Closed off. Distant. This card in this deck, the Two of Swords specifically in this deck, I get a real strong feeling of shadow work and of root chakra energy from this. Something that may look stoic on the outside to people, like you're not present, but on the inside is roaring and is very deep and intense. It's so deep that it spirals down to some sort of energetic vortex within you. So interesting what I'm tapping into right now. It in a very odd way, when your energy is completely not focused on the mental, but on the lower chakras, it gives your mind a sense of ease and tranquility that allows it to be very, very calm, collected, calculated. It's almost like when you take away the stormy energy of all the air element from the air element, the mind, it allows itself to just breathe itself and not be in a swirl of winds. Does that make sense? The mind is peaceful. And some of you out there are like, am I? I'm not even sure. It's because you're not used to having a peaceful mind. So you're not sure how to translate this sensation, but it is. It started with being very, very guarded over your heart. So you just went in. And then it just turned into something different. I'm also seeing someone who likes to wear black. I'm seeing, you know, a woman that likes to wear black and red lipstick. I had that period of time in my life, and sometimes I go back to it. Black dress or black gown, red lipstick. King of Cups. I also have a red carpet here. So maybe some of you are planning on going on attending an event of some sort, and you're wearing black and very strong red lipstick. And if you're masculine, then something with black and red. This combination is sensational to me. I know it might not seem like it on the surface, the Two of Swords, the King of Cups, but in relation to what I'm channeling now, the person that I've just described, and maybe it's someone in your environment, Taurus, someone that you're dealing with, but the person that I just described, going inward like that, to such a raw place, has made them or you tap into a different aspect of them, like an ancient aspect of them, almost from a past lifetime aspect of them, of you. For Taurus, for example, it could be the scorpionic energy within every Taurus that is that raw, dark, true, quiet, non-apologetic, self-reflecting, hypnotic vibe. And you're tapping into that energy, Taurus, or you're meeting someone like that, or have recently met someone like that. Someone that reminds you how ancient you are. I notice that this character wears black, this character wears white. I'm picking up on the song by Nancy Sinatra, Bang Bang. I were black and he were white, he would always win the fight. Bang bang, he shot me down. Bang bang, I hit the ground. Bang bang, that awful sound. Bang bang, my baby shot me down. Music played and people sang. Just for me the church bells rang. Now he's gone, I don't know why. Until this day, sometimes I cry. He didn't even say goodbye. He didn't take the time to lie. Bang bang, he shot me down. Bang bang, I hit the ground. Bang bang, that awful sound. My baby shot me down. What is this, Taurus? So maybe someone left with no explanation, and it felt like a shot to the heart. You were black and I were white. He would always win the fight. I can't, it's in my head. Taurus, what are you doing to me? Okay. Ace of Pentacles. I'm seeing a return to ground zero. So there's a seed that is planted. Maybe something was planted on a moon in Cancer. It's a great time to plant anything. When the moon is in a water sign or in an earth sign. So when an earth sign plants something when the moon is in a water sign, for example, when a Taurus plants something when the moon is in Cancer, for example, I have the King of Cups here, it's Cancer, and I have the Ace of Pentacles, it's Earth, and you're Taurus, Earth. Anyway, it grows well. We just had the full moon lunar eclipse in Cancer on the 10th. Something around that time of January 10th, in or around that time, if you started something, met someone, planted something, it's something that will grow very, very strong. It's something that seemingly is new, but it's not. It's ancient within your soul. Could be a soulmate connection. Could be a birth of something, a project, an idea, any type of connection. An integration of other aspects of your own spirit within you. Maybe you've done some soul retrieval, where we retrieve lost pieces of our soul. For example, in traumatic moments, our energy tends to scatter and detach itself from itself. It's a protective mechanism. You just can't handle all of it at once, so it gets split. And sometimes pieces of your energy stay in that place, in that moment in time, with that person who did what they did or said what they said, in that accident, in that loss, in that trauma. And I feel like something that you've done around that time, this time that I've just explained, that I just said, helped renew and retrieve, in a way, these energies back to you. Something that was lost is being reborn in a different form. If you want to go real deep and dark or light, depending on how you look at it, this could be someone you lost to death coming back in some sort of reincarnation. Or it could just be a blast from the past, like an ex. You know, let's not always be so dramatic, Morgane. Some of you are making a living working from home. It has longevity, it's going to go well. Make sure that you are loyal to what it is that you're passionate about and what it is that you believe in. If you keep operating from your craft, from your creativity, it will work. If you get sidetracked by overthinking, it will get stuck. Okay. Show me more for Taurus, please. For February, Eight of Wands. February, right now things might feel slow and watery, but February is going to bring some fiery energy that will have things move way faster and way more upbeat. Please excuse the noise from my hallway. It will dance. Someone might ask you to dance. Look at this. Does it not look like someone is, you know, may I have this dance kind of thing? Interesting. Okay, Taurus, dance to a song by Nancy Sinatra or Frank Sinatra. you don't know that song, if you don't know these people, I love you. You're so pretty. I'm just kidding. Okay, let's keep going. Show me more. Queen of Wands. Yes, there's definitely some sort of physical fun activity. Now I'm tapping to something very 3D, but very positive, very fiery, very charismatic, very sexual. There's some sort of a fun encounter. This could be a really fun date, right? This could be a party where maybe it's this red carpet type of party, a launch of something, an event where you meet someone that on the surface seems mischievous and lighthearted, but they're hiding something very, very deep inside. And I see like a really fun flirt. 8 of Wands, Queen of Wands. Oh my God, look at them. Something very creative, energetic, witty, quick on their feet. Quick on their feet. Okay. 2 of Wands and the Moon. Two twos, 2 Cancerian cards. Some of you are studying some sort of esoterics, occults, maybe something of the psyche, of the mind, of shadow work, getting hypnosis, dream work, lucid dreaming. Some of you are really trying to learn a lot about that, work on your intuition. Some of you out there are discovering, maybe I have newbies, like new wave of seekers, that this is a part of your journey, like really learning and going deeper into the fields of the occult. Speaking of, hello Mr. Devil. Look at how mischievous he is in this deck. I love it. It's called the Londa Tarot. Ooh, some dark magic is going on. Okay. This is especially for new people who are now starting to experiment. Magic, energy, all that is real and true and beautiful. But as with anything else in life, there's a thing called a moral code, and there is a thing called consequences. Everything you do has a consequence. Action, reaction. Okay? When you enact some sort of energetic exertion of your will, there's a reaction to it from the universe or from energy. Okay? And when you take something from something, something needs to be taken in order to fill up that void, because nature always aspires for equilibrium, for balance. Yin and yang, the Hermetic law. So, my recommendation is to not learn the hard way, although it's something that seems like every young whiz needs to go through, to not learn the hard way, and to listen to your moral code that applies on all. Don't try to manipulate someone. Don't try to control someone else. Don't try to get your way at the expense of others, and so on. Just like you wouldn't go into a home and steal, I don't know, a painting just because you want that painting. Same thing. You don't go into someone's sphere, energetic sphere, and take over their mind or their heart, right? That's not what witchcraft and magic is for. It's for healing, it's for expansion, it's for consciousness, it's a tool, it's like power. Question is, what do you do with it? So, This is a combination, very Aleister Crowley-like, that studies and goes deep and kind of loses itself in it. Don't lose yourself there. Find yourself there. Find someone who's experienced to guide you. Read a lot and think for yourself before you try to dabble with, I don't know, energy work, spells of some sort. Start, for example, with healing, with herbs, with cooking, with working with plants and roots and herbs, but in a benefic, loving way that has to do with you. There. On another note, this could be a connection that you're stepping into that is very intense and could be extremely sexual, with very deep emotions and desires, almost addictive. There's also addictions on the table. Be careful to not fall into an addiction. I'm getting for some of you to fall back. Be careful not to fall back. And to you ladies out there, if you meet a masculine and they're very, very charismatic and very intense and very interesting, have fun, get to know them, great. But always constantly be aware. And if there's any red flags or anything that you feel like you need to listen to your intuition, be careful to not fall into fears, because there's also a lot of fears coming up. Some of you have had a lot of experience with very narcissistic energies here with the devil and the moon together, with very controlling individuals that were very charismatic on the outside, looked amazing on paper and to the environment, but getting to know them, you realize what control and issues they have, and power struggles they have, and power plays and mind tricks and all kinds of coercion-ish stuff. And just so a lot of it you might project on the new person because they'll have similar attributes, but there's a good chance, not for all of you, these are general readings, that the similar attributes will be in a way of, okay, they're also mischievous, they're also very charismatic, they're also very intense, but not necessarily using it in a bad way or abusing it. So just one step at a time, right? Examine. The Emperor. Yeah, this might be someone who will either turn out to be someone very, very meaningful in your life, or, and honestly, this combination could be a little bit Devil and the Emperor. There's a lot of control here. Mind control, energetic control. There might be someone who dabbles with dream work, and it's specifically a masculine that is trying to kind of go into someone's dreams and make them think of them or love them or something like that. Now, when it's telepathy between soulmates and someone is trying to contact you from a respectful, loving place, it's not a bad thing. It changes when you feel like you're being controlled or manipulated or obsessed or kind of losing yourself in a way that doesn't feel good. And Taurus, some of you just have a lot of eyes on you. All kinds of energies. This Devil and the Emperor, they can be completely different energies from each other, but both have eyes on you. Someone with power. Someone with a lot of power. That are used to getting what they want and getting their way. Nine of Wands, they don't like to be kept waiting. Interesting. So I know I'm going to say things that contradict. It's because this is for this group of Taurus, this is for that group of Taurus. I have thousands of people watching me, remember, so If you really want to be on the safe side, you can always book a reading with me, but I'm not just, if more than one narrative comes up, I will say it, right? And then you will find your way in it. And remember to be discerning. So on another note, this could be someone who is struggling with their own inner demons, but they're actually a very positive, strong individual that is on the path of finding their power in a positive way. And you might have a very big part, a very big role in it. One more. Four of Wands, amazing. I want to let you look at the cards. Taurus, some of you women out there potentially might meet your future husband if you're not married. Now here's the thing, I can't tell you, hey, it will happen in a month. No, this is where the process exists. I feel like for some of you it has started already in January. For some of you it started last July. So there are a few, July, August kind of thing. I'm going to show you. I will go deeper into this in the extended as well. I'm going to clarify what's going on here. Who is this person? See more into it, but the feminines that are watching me, some of you are really, really shiny. You're looking really, really good. And there's someone who's like really trying to find their way to you, is what I'm seeing. And it's this very intense energy that I've tapped into. It could be one of those people that on the surface have like a regular job, but then at night they're like deep in the, you know, studying the occult or meditations or, you know, energy work and mystical work, or they read a lot about it, or they're starting to read a lot about it. This might be someone that hasn't been aware of that within themselves and you somehow triggered that, or vice versa. You weren't aware of those aspects within you and someone is triggering that in you. This could be relevant if you're a cross watcher for a Taurus, for example. Anything else? These are runes, Celtic runes. Anything else we can tell Taurus before we move on to the extended about this reading for February? Wow. Okay. So we have Gebo, which is amazing. Gifu, Gebo, it's gift in Gaelic. And Sus in the reverse, and so it is in the upright. Fehu in the reverse, how it is in the upright. And then Gebo. So this could be a either forbidden connection. For example, maybe you work together, or maybe it's an affair, or maybe it's just something that doesn't make much sense on paper for whatever reason, or something that your family or their family isn't approving of. Or this could be something that makes you lose your senses and connects you only to the feels. On another note, this might mean, you know, what we saw in the beginning, someone kind of really detaching themselves from the mind and going deep into their root energy, finding a gift there of power, a gift of power. Now, sexuality is power. We say it a lot. We talk a lot about how, for example, orgasm is a way to connect with the divinity, with God. It's the perfect union, right? So sometimes in order to find yourself completely, you need to completely lose yourself, lose control. And Sus and Fewa in the reverse. Okay. If I keep going, it won't end. So I'm going to continue this right now in the extended, guys. I'll see you in a second. Link below. Thank you so much for being here in the Existential Shift. Check out all the links below to Patreon, Vimeo, Tarot Masterclass, Karmic Shift and Liberation, that are all on Patreon as well, by the way, available. And if you want to book a reading with me, it's theexistentialshift.as.me. I will see you soon. Mwah. Love you.